Hello, team players, and welcome to my first ever Starfinder 2E build video. The party I'm working on is called the Starship Crew, and because we got two brand new classes in the playtest, we're going to be building the Chief Engineer and the Starfinder Mechanic. Let's dive in. For our Ancestry, again, we're going with the Starfinder, and we're going with the Deep Isoki, giving us dark vision, which is a big deal because as a chief engineer, we're going to be crawling around fixing stuff in small areas. And dark vision will really help so we don't have to bring a light source with us to do that. Plus, dark vision is always very handy in combat too. For your attributes, intelligence and dexterity are going to be your most important. You might also want some wisdom, just in case you need to heal somebody. But otherwise, you're pretty much going to be able to put your points anywhere you want. Intelligence, because obviously mechanics go off of intelligence. And dexterity for your defense. For skills, the most important are going to be your crafting and your computers, as both are necessary to be a good engineer. You're also going to want some kind of recall knowledge skill, like Arcana, Society, or religion, or something like that. Whatever you're running into more of, that's the one you're going to want to use. You are going to want to be trained in all recall knowledge skills, but you should focus on one. I chose Arcana, but you can choose what you want. For today's class, we are of course building a mechanic, and we're going with the drone. The drone gives us quite a lot, and we're going to be taking full advantage of it. For those of you that haven't read the playtest yet, the drone is basically a construct companion, kind of like what you get from the inventor in Pathfinder 2E, but significantly better. So the first thing we get at level 1 is our custom rig, which we get to pick a toolkit to be a part of that. And the best one is the hacking toolkit. So that's what we're picking here. And with the hacking toolkit, we're able to bypass certain computer things, which is something that an engineer would know how to do. All right, our first Ancestry feat is going to be Tinkering Fingers. So we can repair stuff without a repair toolkit, and we don't take the -2 penalty from using improvised tools. Further, when we do have a repair toolkit, we actually get a +1 bonus on our crafting check to repair the item. Our custom rig does count as a repair toolkit, which means that we always have a +1 bonus to our repair checks, which is freaking awesome. And even if we somehow lose our custom rig, we can still repair stuff, making this a very good feat for a mechanic. For our level 1 class feat, we're going to be taking commercial customization. There are a lot of commercial customizations, and all of them are pretty good. But we will need this to take other customizations later, which those will be important for us to take specific ones. But if you're looking for a suggestion, I recommend you take the grounded customization to get rid of that pesky weakness to electricity. But you can pick what you want here. Other customizations, you're going to want to pick specific ones. For level 2, I've gone with Modify Drone. This allows us to treat our drone as a weapon when it comes to mods. So we can adapt our drone to the given situation, which is a big deal when it comes to versatility. Anything we can put on a weapon, we can put on our drone. And there are a lot of mods that would be very good on a drone. At level 3, we get a skill increase to either computers or crafting. And crafting is the more important one here. We also get a skill feat for crafting. And we're going to want to go with tech crafting, as, being able to craft tech for the party is a big deal. And of course, we do get a general feat. And we're going to go with toughness, because we don't want to hit canning acumen yet, because we're an expert in will saves right now anyway. So we probably want to take that somewhere around level 15. You could also take Die Hard to die at dying 5 rather than dying 4. But, up to you. At level 4, I've gone with Tactical Drone, making our drone a mature companion and allowing it to make one action even if we don't command it. But it can only use that action to stride or strike. And if you do use this ability, that's all the actions it gets. You can't just not command it, have it do its thing, and then command it later. No, that's not how it works. This is really going to help us with our action economy, and it's also going to mean that our drone is bigger and able to handle more things. For level 5, we're going to be taking Cornered Fury as our Ancestry feat. So, anytime a foe that is larger than us quickly hits us, that foe is off guard to us for 1 round, which is really going to help us hitting them. It won't help anybody else, but you may be able to get some use out of that, especially if you have a weapon that can debuff the opponent. We also get damage customizations at this level, allowing us to change the type of damage we deal with our weapons. Which, remember, thanks to Modified Drone, we can do this on our drone too, which means we cover different damage types with this build. At level 6, we're going to be taking Tactical Customization. This gives us another customization we can put on our drone. And the one we want to pick up is Biotech Healing Circuits. This allows our drone to be able to be healed as if it were a living creature. Thus, if we have something like a Mystic in the party, then they can heal our drone in addition to us and the entire party, which is a significant deal because we won't have to spend time repairing our drone during daily prep. Unless, of course, it gets destroyed, but the chances of that happening are very, very low with this tactical customization. For level 7, we get another skill increase, and again, you're probably going to want to choose computers this time, actually, and you want to pick up magical crafting or something similar, the alchemical crafting. Some kind of crafting, because crafting is a major part of this build. As being able to create all kinds of different items for basically half price is a big deal, especially outside of combat. And for our general feats, whichever one you didn't take at level 3 between toughness and die hard, you'll take here. At level 8, we're going to be taking Refined Chassis. This makes our drone either burly or graceful. I would recommend you pick up burly here, but it doesn't really matter which one you pick here, just as long as you get one of those. Again, this just makes our drone better, and that's fantastic. For our level 9 Ancestry feat, we're going to be taking Cheek Pouches. At this point, we're probably going to be carrying a lot of our crafted items, and this will let us carry more of them, especially consumables. So, we're pretty much always going to have an item that will help the party in some way, which is awesome. We also get remote mods, allowing us to modify our drone at a range of 30 feet, rather than having to be right up next to it. And the last feat I'm going to cover in this video is Advanced Customization, which gives us another customization. And the one we want to pick is Maneuver Module. This allows us to pick 2 actions from Disarm, Grapple, Reposition, Shove, or Trip. Our drone now gets a +1 bonus to its athletics check to use those 2 actions. More than likely, we want to choose Grapple and Trip here, as those 2 are just absurd actions, and them being an attack trait is the only thing that keeps it from being way too broken. And of course, later, when we get a superior customization, then it's +2. Alright, there's one more thing I forgot to talk about in this video, and that is what type of drone you should pick. Overall, I think all drones would be effective here, as their support benefits are all very good for the party. I don't think it really matters what type of drone you end up picking. All of the advanced maneuvers can also be very effective, But the one I like the best is the powerful chassis, because that allows you to make a melee strike, and if you hit, the target is automatically knocked prone, which is a big deal. But pick what you want for your type of drone. I normally talk about free archetype, but there isn't a whole lot of Starfinder free archetypes, so it's not the best. So until the full game comes out, I'm not going to be doing any free archetype stuff on these videos. So that's the build. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, and if you're more interested in Pathfinder content, I do have a second channel called Team Player Gaming that focuses on that. If you guys are interested in a live stream where I talked about the mechanic stuff as well as the Technomancer stuff, I got a video for that right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, teamwork is vital. It helps us solve problems.